from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Welcome to episode 493, Bellyflop On A Pizza.
When Mr. Clickety came.
That's enough. Cut it. Otherwise, Peter Coombe will come for our heads.
Oh, yeah, you don't want Coomey coming for you.
Yeah. In the industry, Coombe is a real Suge Knight figure.
Yep.
And, if you don't give him his money,
Yep.
He will murder you.
Yeah.
That's Coombe. Great children's artist on the surface, but there is a gangster side to him. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
if you cross him, he'll Coombe for you.
I found that funny. That was a good one. Oh, there's so much more fun like that in this episode. Bit of a shorter one because we had stacks of guests today. But look, if you don't normally listen to the guest ones, make sure you listen to Ollie Wines and Adam Hills today as well, because they were banging.
They were both 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for us as far as guests go today. Yesterday at around this time, I gave Ben some devastating news. It came out on the show that Ben is not getting the call up for my bridal party.
I was hoping that you would drop this, Liam. Okay, I'm not devastated. For context, I got married in April. Mm-hmm. Liam wanted to be in my bridal party. He wanted to be my best man. I just had my brother, that was it. So he wasn't in there.
It was a bit of a snub.
It was, so what Liam's done now, because he's getting married next year, he's not put me in his bridal party as a revenge snub.
I wouldn't say that. It's just there wasn't room, and, a lot of people close to me. Either way, Sarah and I, we were devastated for you last night. We kept talking about it. We had to sit down. And,
I didn't lose any sleep.
Well, I know that's not true. And look, we brainstormed a few other important roles for you. So some ways you could be involved on our special day.
I would love to be there.
Because you are a special friend.
I would love to be there, but I don't want to have a job or a role because I just want to enjoy it.
Instead of being the best man, you could be the barman. So the groomsmen and I are planning a little soiree the night before.
Yep.
You haven't heard about it, obviously. But we'll need ice cold beers, and we'll need them quick, and it's an important job.
So you want me to come to your house before the wedding to serve you beers?
Purely in a sort of, barman sort of sense.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. You had your dog at your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you could dog sit our cavoodle Toby on the day. You could be the chief dog sitter.
Are you going to have your dog at your wedding?
Wasn't planning on it, but I was just thinking of roles for you. So basically, you'd be in charge. You'd pick him up.
Yep.
You'd groom him.
Yep.
Then you'd sort of feed him, take him to the ceremony.
Yep.
Then you'd have to drive back to Adelaide.
Yep.
And then just make sure you put his toys out, and then come back, and hopefully you'll make it by the time we're sort of really kicking on.
And then during the reception, I have to go back to your house to empty him out again.
Yeah, just check, make sure he's gone to the loo. And
Look, I do love Toby, but I don't also want to do the dog sitting.
You're a very good cook. Would you consider catering? It's very expensive. We're looking to cut some costs.
If you want steak with no veg at your wedding,
little cubes of well done steak with toothpicks in them. Delightful. Who did you catering? Ben did, actually. Okay, look, there's so many different jobs. There's one more. I was thinking, how's your singing voice?
Well, you saw me at karaoke last week.
Thinking maybe you could do a song for me.
If I can sing Chumbawamba.
No, I was thinking more something along the lines of Queen, you're my best friend. Something, just like an ode to our friendship. I don't know, look, it's all on the table. You just tell me which one you want to do.
I'm not going to be doing any of those jobs.
Hey, whether you've been craving the ocean, snow, mountains, or city lights, there are so many possibilities for you and your next trip.
Make up for missed holidays and explore more of Oz with whatif.com.
Jump online or on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Yep, 5 questions. You get them all right, you get to choose the next song we play. It's a Friday. I'm feeling good about the quiz this morning.
Absolutely. Beck from Ingle Farm, you ready to go?
Morning, boys. Sure am.
Alrighty, Lady Gaga. She's set to star in the next Joker film alongside Joaquin Phoenix. In which film did she sing Shallow with Bradley Cooper?
Oh, A Star Is Born.
Yeah, what a ripper. She really showed her acting chops there. Apparently she's going to be Harley Quinn in that new one. I'm kind of keen to see that.
I haven't seen A Star Is Born.
Really? Oh, it's good. You seen it, Beck?
Nope, haven't seen it either.
What are you guys doing? I was about to say
Hire
hire it
it.
this weekend. Showing my age. Hey, look, the most unpopular baby names in the world have dropped, and Chad comes in at number 1. Chad is a country in which continent, Beck?
Oh, South Africa? Or Africa?
We'll give it to you for the second one. Yeah, South Africa is a place in Africa, but the continent would be Africa.
You were wrong and then you were right.
We actually named one of the lions at Monado Zoo Chad, so it's nice to know it's got the most unpopular name on the planet. That's probably why they weren't so happy with it. But it's what we picked. Hey, look, the best player in the AFL, Ollie Wines, joins us today. Port Adelaide played Richmond on Saturday. What is the Richmond mascot?
Tiger.
It is. Aussie musician Paul Kelly has been honoured with his own street right here in Adelaide. Paul Kelly Lane runs between Flinders Street and Pirie Street. On which Adelaide street would you find the pigs and the pigeons?
Oh, Rundle Mall.
Yeah, got it, Beck. Can we go 5 for 5 this morning? A Sri Lankan diver has shocked the world when he did a belly flop last night at the Com Games. Can you finish these lyrics?
Frying an egg and a slippery dip. Belly flop on a
Pizza.
Belly flop on a pizza. Ew, yuck.
When Mr. Clickety came, but lazy
What a banger.
all the kids in the street.
Beck's been to kindy. She knows what's going on. Oh, man. We've interviewed Peter Combe a few times as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a good interview or a bad interview? I forget.
I think one we didn't air.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We were just talking about Clickety Cane too much.
I don't think he loved it. I think we thought it was awesome and he wasn't into it.
Yeah, anyway, Beck. Thank you for playing. You are in the draw for Nova's first class in 50K. You also get to pick the next song we play.
Yeah, and Beck, are you an Eminem fan?
Oh, sorry. We'll see.
Nah, you're not, are you? That's okay. He's got a new
I would
album
suggest tune out from 11 today because Nova Boy's doing his Eminem jams.
because Eminem has got a new greatest hits album coming out. Liam and I have both picked a song each. This is Liam's song for the 610 quiz.
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim Shady
Brings you back, doesn't it? This is Ben's.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me.
I reckon that's the one where he's climbing up the building and he's dressed up as Batman
looks
and Robin.
with Dre. Yeah, similar energy. But Beck, what are you going?
I got to go with Ben this morning.
Yeah, all right. A bit of Without Me.
All right, here we go. Let's do it.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Ben and Liam, dopamine for your ears.
Jodie Oddy, your Saturday morning breakfast host. G'day.
Good morning. I was just speaking to producer Belle. Who is this girl that you speak of? What's her name and what's she from?
Saoirse Ronan.
Who's Saoirse Ronan?
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan.
No, she's in Galway Girl, the film clip, and Lady Bird, I think, is the
Lady
movie.
Beetle, I believe.
No, I think the caller said it wrong. I think it is Lady Bird.
Oh, okay.
Side
trusted
with
the
me,
caller.
not these callers. But yeah, no, it's it's obviously a tricky one. So we had to give away a lot of.
It's
clues.
20 grand. You got to make it a little bit hard.
You got to make it a little bit tricky.
Yep.
Exactly. Hey, we were just pondering during the break there, like, we're talking about kids leaving them at home. Like, what age is it appropriate to leave your children by themselves?
It's an interesting one.
It's an interesting one for two people who have no children.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were children, I guess. I was the youngest of three.
Yes.
My sister was 9 years older than me, and my brother was 4 years older. So I reckon mum and dad were working a fair bit, and they would both go to work. So then I reckon there was always someone way older than me at home, like my sister.
Yeah.
So I reckon I was probably left at home quite young.
Yeah, right.
Probably I don't know, 7 or 8.
You okay?
I'm fine. Free range kid. I was running around outside having a great time.
I don't know. I feel like if I say the wrong number, then Mum will text me and go, "How dare you? I never left you home at that age." But I'm like, I'm assuming.
Do you
double
remember
digits?
the last time, the first time
I
you
remember
were left at home?
I remember the first time. Yeah, because I thought I was going to have to call the police because I thought we were going to get murdered.
What happened?
So it was,
little Liam?
it was like Friday night. Mum and Dad were out, and I was looking after my sister and we were watching a movie.
Yeah.
And someone knocked on the front door.
Hang on, how old were you?
Oh.
I'm going to say 11, 12 maybe.
It's pretty scary if you're the man of the house and you're 11 or 12.
Man of
Nah,
the
grow
house.
up.
And you see in the movies when it's like, oh my God, like, where do you hide? And then like,
you straight away
I
go,
think-
there's a knock on the door, where do I hide?
I think my sister ran into the bath and she was hiding in the bath, and I said, "Oh, go hide. I'll see what it is.
I'll
And
deal
then-
with it.
And then I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to go." Like I was like, because the knocking kept getting louder, and I was like freaking out. And I was like, I'll try and call like mum and dad, like, but I didn't have a mobile phone, so it was like the landline sort of thing. And then I was like, I sort of made my way into the front room, was sort of hiding behind the couch and looking around to see. And then I saw a shadow like walking around the side,
scary.
walking around the side of the house, and like my heart was just beating out of my chest. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then I sort of went back into the middle room, and then the person had come into the backyard. And I was like fully freaking out at this point. And then the shadow got closer, and I was kind of like hiding and trying to see who it was. And then it was just my dad going, "Let me in," because he was blind and forgot his keys and left mum out with her friends, and he just came in and was trying to get in the house, and the kids weren't answering. But if you're leaving your kids home for the first time, you normally don't just smash the door angrier. Like I get you've had a few beers, but maybe just call home first. I don't know.
Just don't terrify them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think it's okay to leave them from around, I'm going to say 3 months. And if I tell you this story,
What?
you've got to promise not to judge me.
Okay.
Promise.
I'm already judging you, by the way.
Keep in mind the
don't.
police are listening.
Okay. So I had, obviously this was my fourth child. I was tired.
You were over it
I
by
was
this stage.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
They can make their own dinner by this point.
and so my husband and I were like, let's take the big girls down to the park, which is about 200 metres away. So I'm like, yeah, good, thanks. So off we go. We're playing at the park. Kids are on the, swings, whatever. And then I looked at him and went, Harper. And he looked at me and went, F. And we've gone, oh my God, we left the 3-month-old in front of the TV. Like, she was fine.
What
but
was she doing? Just playing, rolling around like a potato?
You're 3 months old. You're fine. You're just like on the mat. You don't even realise that mum and dad have left you at home.
That's all right.
She's not going to roll around and turn the stove on.
Yeah.
But we've sprinted back, and she was totally 100% fine, wasn't even crying or anything. But I'm like, oh my God, how do I forget my baby?
Yeah.
That's not great.
But now the older ones are 9 and 10. I will quite happily leave them at home with a phone so they can contact us if we go to the shops or whatever. If we're not going
And have you got like a don't answer the door rule, or like is it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Don't answer to strangers.
Yeah,
or,
I mean, and
or
Don't sign for
Liam's
any
dad.
Amazon packages.
Yeah. Or if Liam's dad comes home drunk, don't let him in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
13, 24, 10. Is there an age on this? How young can you leave your kids alone? I suppose everyone's different.
And maybe you've got a story to attach to it as well. Maybe you've got an experience where you did leave them at home, but now you wouldn't do it because of what happened.
And also the interesting twist on this is how old, like if they're 13, 14, do you leave them at home with the younger ones?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are
Like, leave
they
them in-
responsible for the other siblings?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. How young can you leave your kids home alone? 13, 24, 10.
Kim joins us now from Lyndoch. Good morning. This is when you were at 11. You got left home alone. Is that correct?
Yeah, morning, Ben, Liam and Jodie.
Morning.
First time being left home alone. Mum was at work, went outside to play with the dogs, accidentally locked the door behind me, no shoes on, so I had to do a bit of a mad dash across the neighbourhood to a friend's house so I could contact my mum.
Yeah, that's it. This is the sort of thing that can happen
Yeah.
when you're a little inexperienced, you're a little younger.
Yeah.
Were they, how long were they away for? Were they away for like the night or?
No, it was during the day, so like just at work, so it was only like 5-6 hours sort of thing, but yeah, had to wait it out, and yeah, it wasn't the best experience when Mum came home.
I bet. Yeah, and pretty scary as well. So then you had to run to a friend's house. Then you called her. Then did she come home to let you in, or did she just wait till you got home? Did she wait to finish work?
No, so we actually ended up having to we had to go into my mum's work and pick up the key for the house.
You had to walk in there with no shoes.
Yeah.
I left you for literally 6 minutes, Kim. Kayla from Manapara, is this also you being left home when you were younger?
It sure is. I was about 8 years old, and I decided to raid the chocolate cupboard, which was actually a gift. So completely raided it, and then fell asleep, passed out. My parents came home, forgot their keys, started knocking on all the windows, knocking on all the doors. I wouldn't wake up, so they had to jump the fence and break the back door in. When I finally woke up from my chocolate coma in the morning, I woke up and looked at the back door and thought we got robbed.
What? You knocked yourself out with crunchies. What?
You just had so much chocolate that you passed out from the, your sugar levels got too high. You were like hypoglycemic.
Like spiked and she's just gone.
Oh no, someone's broken in. It was like 2 days later.
That's a wild story, Kayla. Thanks for sharing.
I also love how we did ask, how young can you leave your kids at home? It was just people calling about their scarring experiences when they're home. I don't know if we have an age, guys, but I'm assuming maybe you got to get around in the double digits.
It's a debate, a big debate. Who will win medallion?
We fired our jury. We do love them, but now we've sort of just broadened it out and we're just saying, hey, 0400 919 919. Anyone can have a say on who wins the big debate, whether it be Ben or myself.
You're definitely going to have an opinion on today's debate. I like to think that Adam and Eve were debating this.
Yeah, it's cats versus dogs. Now, it seems a little dumb, but we haven't done it. And I am a big dog man. I got dogs. A dog.
You don't have dogs, mate.
I've had dogs. I suppose I had a family dog, and I've got one now with my fiance. Ben, you are traditionally a cat guy. You also now have a dog, so you have an interesting perspective.
I would say I'm probably more of a dog person than you are, to be honest. I grew up with more. I had like 40 dogs growing up. Having said that, I do also have 2 cats, and I've learnt that dog people hate cats, but when you actually finally get a cat, there's so many intricacies with cats. They are super funny. I'll save it for my debate. I'll save it for my debate because it's easy to get ahead of yourself.
I'm not a cat guy. I
know you're not.
People are like, oh, funny cat videos online. Like, lame. I just like, watching dogs be goofy. Slow,
being
slobbery and happy.
Reunited with their dads that were in the army.
Yeah, that's the best. Okay, well, we both have 45 seconds each. You think you're running more at 30?
Well, no, I've got probably 45 seconds, but the time is 30.
Ooh. Yeah, we're still working out the new way of doing the big debate. Well, Ben, you have as much time as you want. Your debate starts now.
The Egyptians worshipped cats as gods, and for good reason. You don't have to walk them. They're cheaper because they eat less food, and you can train them to use a real toilet. Dogs stink and make a big mess. Yuck. Cats are pure and clean. A study conducted in 2017 says cat owners have higher IQs in respect to their dumb dog-owning counterparts.
What?
Dogs love everyone. Cats, on the other hand, are more standoffish. When a dog showers you with affection, it might be nice, but everyone else is getting that same treatment. When a cat warms up to you, you feel special and unique, like you've earned it. According to research conducted by a New Zealand researcher in 2009, dogs have a 2.1 time environmental impact on the environment compared to cats. That's one heck of a carbon paw print. In closing, cats rule and dogs drool all over your house and your furniture.
Look, I know the time went for 30 seconds and I said you had 45, but I think that was 2 minutes 40.
That was not, that was 45.
You just took as much time as you wanted, didn't you? Okay, well, let's get into it. Dogs are man's best friend. They help the blind. They keep our borders safe. What are cats known for? Coughing up furballs and not dying. Having 9 lives is unnatural. It's witchcraft, I tell you, and it can't be trusted. Dogs get so excited when you get home. They're bouncing off the walls. Sometimes if you go to the toilet long enough, they're even excited after that. Cats couldn't give a rat's. They don't want to know you. They also poo in a sandbox. It's weird. Everyone who has a cat in their house just stinks. It's got a cat smell. I'm also allergic to them, and a lot of people are, I know. Have you ever heard of a dog allergy? It's not a thing.
I feel like you fizzled towards the end.
I didn't fizzle.
You fizzled.
Just using my time wisely.
You saying my house stinks?
A little bit.
You've been over my house and you said it always smells good.
When did I say that? Do you think I was overcompensating, maybe? Do you think I walked in and went, oh, it smells good in here? Did you not think that was a weird thing to say? I'm telling you and Producer Bell, both of you, stinky cat houses. Because they're pooing in your house. You say trained to use the toilet. It's not like they're flushing. Yeah,
You're telling me your dog's never gone inside?
100% no.
I know for a fact he has. You don't get sick.
Oh, okay, well, he got very sick that time.
Yeah.
And exploded on the carpet.
Yeah.
But bar that, he's not,
That stinks way worse than cats.
Yeah, that's 100%. Once off.
All right, look, you get to have an opinion on this. You can text us what you think, 0400 919 919. Cats versus dogs. Who won the big debate? Was it me saying cats? Was it Liam saying dogs?
Producer Belle has the results.
I do. I'll just flag firstly a lot of text coming through saying Liam choked.
I didn't choke,
You
guys.
did.
What specific part did I... when did I choke?
You got to the end and you slowed down. I reckon you fumbled a little bit and then you choked.
Well, at least I didn't speak well over my time.
But I will say
Yes.
it is close. It is close this morning.
Belle, I feel like you take this result very personally because you're a passionate cat supporter.
I keep refreshing, just getting those last few texts in
Just
just
making
so
sure.
I can win. Okay, winning by just 5%.
Whoa.
With 55 in total.
Gee.
Dogs win. Liam, you win.
That was a debate, a big debate. We now have the winner.
Who let the dogs out?
Blanc, blanc.
More than 40 websites have been blocked by the authorities. And you could be using these websites every single day if you're a uni student because they're websites designed for people to cheat. I didn't know these websites even existed. Apparently, there's 40 of them.
Yeah.
They're sites which offer like assignments, essays, exam help. They've all been blocked. They get visited around 450,000 times a month.
Man, so pretty popular.
Yeah, and then the education department has now put a block on all 40 plus of these websites.
Yeah, they're getting wise to it these days, aren't they? You know, there's the golden age where you sort of, you know, you use your mate's homework and you mix it up a little bit.
That's as far as cheating went for me. Like in school, I don't even necessarily think that was like, it was, but I didn't think that was like cheating. I would copy off my mate's Cody's like work because he was way smarter than me and I would just copy him.
That is the definition of cheating. But
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to put my hand up and say, I was guilty of cheating once.
You got caught cheating?
Yeah, to the level of I was about to get kicked out of school for it.
There's a difference between cheating, I think, and getting caught cheating.
That's it. Well, so I remember it was like year 12. We had to do To Kill a Mockingbird, which is like it's been in the school curriculum for like 100 years. Like I remember my grandma was like, "Oh, I did an assignment on that." I was like, "Really?" And when she said that, I was like, "Well, there must be a few online kicking around."
Yeah.
And I remember it was sports day the next day. I wanted to get a costume ready, and I hadn't started the assignment.
That says a lot about you.
So I was like, well, it's more about how you look in your costume than how your academic studies are going.
Even you talking about sports day and calling it a costume.
Yeah. Well, you want to look cool, don't you? So, yeah, I remember just looking up, like, To Kill a Mockingbird assignment. And there was, like, 4 up there. I was like, sweet, well, I'll just use that.
What do you mean you just use that? You just copy and pasted it?
Just copy and pasted it. And I didn't realize they have this little machine right these days. This is back when I was doing year 12, so this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And, it, like, they basically puts it through online and can check, like, the percentage of plagiarism, like how much you've
How's
taken.
that possible? The other technology, though, to put your assignment into a system and
It's
then
like-
that checks
oh,
all
it's-
websites on the internet.
It's
and then
just like reverse searching things, like, you know, you can reverse search images and see where they came from and that sort of stuff. And it came back with 100% plagiarism.
you didn't even change your name or the title or
Yeah.
anything.
Your name isn't Michael Christensen. What the hell? But yeah, like it was a full Saceboard thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but got away with it. I just did the assignment, but I think I had a pretty clean record.
Hang
up
on,
until that point.
so they saw 100% plagiarism.
Yeah.
They pulled you aside.
And I said, "Oh, sorry, I was just trying to get a costume ready for sports day."
You folded, and then you did the assignment.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, otherwise, you know, it could have
Yeah.
ended worse.
All right, when did you get caught cheating? 13, 24, 10. Maybe it was a while ago. You've had a bit of time now. You want to clear your conscience even if you want to admit to cheating?
Yeah, we don't mean in like a relationship
No.
sense. We more mean, you know, at work or like uni assignments, maybe even at school. When did you get caught cheating? Rach from Two Wells, you're a cheater.
Good morning. It's actually my friend from uni. She got done plagiarising herself in an assignment.
What do you mean?
She plagiarised herself. How does that work?
Plagiarised herself. So she was doing an assignment and thought that a paragraph from a previous assignment was really good. She copied and pasted it into the current assignment,
Yeah.
forgot to change the sentence structure and submitted it. And then she got done for plagiarising herself.
So her old assignment would have been in a system somewhere and they put that through that system and then her own paragraph set off the machine.
Yep.
did she, argue it to the grave, or did the academics go,
No, she didn't. They just said, sorry, so sad, too bad.
You're out of the course.
So
You're fired.
she went from, no, she didn't get fired, but she would have probably gotten a high distinction, and she dropped down to a distinction.
Wow.
Oh, no.
What followed is a very sad life. Never got to achieve her dreams. Now she's out on her ass.
Thanks for that,
That's how
Rach.
easy it is, guys. You can't cheat.
Connor joins us now in Hackney. Good morning, Connor. When did you get caught cheating?
Back in school, I had to give a speech from Romeo and Juliet's perspective. So I just took Taylor Swift's Love Story and had to give that. Had to read it slowly so I didn't break out into song.
Yeah, right. Did anyone... surely everyone in the room tweaked, right? I mean, it would have been, especially around that time, would have been getting absolutely smashed on the radio.
So I told all my friends, so they knew and they were laughing, but the teacher told them to shush because I had to give a serious...
Keep going, Connor. This is beautiful. Well written. Do not laugh at him.
Hope you're having a pod blast with the podcast.
Producer Bell's here for What's Trending.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter, Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, a diver has scored a 1 at the Com Games after belly flopping into the pool.
Just showing us how difficult this dive is and how difficult diving is.
He's a Sri Lankan diver. It was his first time competing in 4 years, but it was a 1 metre board, and his actual dive with the flips is fantastic. He just mistimed the landing.
Well, I'd have hoped the judges would have given him a good points for just the ultimate suey there, because if he was jumping off a jetty, that is textbook.
Oh, yeah.
If you jump off a jetty, do 4 flips, and then end slapping on your stomach, everyone would love that at the beach.
And, well, the twist is he will be making it into the finals, though, because they don't have enough people qualifying. So he will be doing it again. Hopefully we get another belly flop. And Lady Gaga is confirmed for the new Joker film.
The Joaquin Phoenix Joker film, even if you're not into your superhero stuff, such a good movie.
But it's not even a superhero movie. When you hear the Joker, you think of the Joker from Batman because it's about that, but it's not a superhero movie. It's like a real-world person who's very troubled.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's more of a drama thriller.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And you know me, I don't watch any superhero films, but it's beautiful. And so 2024, the sequel is set to come out, and Lady Gaga posted on her socials the little teaser of, it's just a silhouette of her and the Joker, and people are saying it's most likely that she'll be playing Harley Quinn.
I wonder if she'll rework one of her tunes for the movie soundtrack. Joker face. He really dislikes Batman.
And finally, Harry Styles has helped a couple propose at his concert. He played Cupid and helped this couple propose at his Portugal concert yesterday. The couple, it was Carl, and he basically held up a sign and said, "Help me propose." So then Harry handed the microphone to Carl, and then he got down on one knee, but not after singing this.
You'd have to be a certain type of person to enjoy that kind of proposal, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine how, Sarah would go if I asked for a microphone at a concert, got on one knee and went, "Where's my..." She'd be like, "No, stop." As is tradition, on a Friday, we need to award our best caller of the week.
Alrighty, folks, it's time for the Ben and Liam meat tray.
With a meat tray. Big thanks to Three Little Pigs Meat Store in Lockleys. I love how it says meat store instead of butcher. There is a word for that, a meat store. Go and see Nick and Rosie and try the pork, fennel and chili sausages. Ooh, not to mention the famous Italian pancetta.
Oh, I love a bit of fennel in my meat.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like in sausages is when they get too fancy and they put little seeds in there, like little linseeds.
Normally fennel is a bit of a seed.
Well, in that case, I love the seeds, especially thanks to Three Little Pigs. No, look, they do look amazing. This meat tray is awesome, and they've really gone all out and given a little more to our best caller of the week. It was actually someone who got in touch for the Forbidden folder. Mm-hmm. We wanted to speak to some nudists, and we were joined by a woman named Sharon.
Nothing made me become a nudist. I've been a nudist most of my life. In my family, it was just perfectly normal. I get naked in my backyard. I get naked at home. I have friends who are nudists.
Are you nude right now?
I am.
Sharon's been nude this whole time!
Now, we did try to get on to Shaz, but we're assuming she's nude, so she doesn't have a pocket for her phone. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch in the coordinates for Maslin's Beach.
Yep.
Adelaide's resident nudist beach. 5170 is the postcode. Just chucking that in now.
Yep.
We'll just shoot it down there and then there, yeah.
All right, load up that cannon, Liam.
All right, here we go. All right, hopefully Sharon will grab it. I like to think she got it.
I like to think
I
she
like
did
to
too.
think there's not any loose meat hanging around. Well, there isn't any loose meat in Maslin's, that's for sure.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.